First you'll need baling twine or rope. I have 14 pieces here, measuring at almost 5 feet. You can have 10 to 16 pieces as long as you have an even number. Another small piece to tie it, a lighter, and you're ready to go. First, you tie all the pieces in a knot. Try to get it as close to the top as you can. You have just created the bottom of the hay net. Next, you tie it to something. I'm using the beam in our garage. You can use a hanger if you want to do this in the house, but I like doing this outside because I have a lot of room. You take 2 pieces and tie a knot about 2 inches away from the big knot up here. See, like that. Now, keep doing the same thing with 2 pieces until you run out of string. Now, if you did 14 pieces, you should have 7 knots. Next, what you want to do is take each knot next to each other and pick the inner strands. Now, another 2 inches down, tie a knot. And try to make sure there's not a lot of other knots in your rope like this, but if you have some, that's alright. And you have made a diamond effect. Now, take the next one next to it. See, here's the one we made before. Now, so you can line them up. Now take, well, this one would be the outer strand and this one would be the inner strand. And do it again. See, now you have 2 diamonds. Now do that all the way around until you have no more extra string left. Now that you've completed all of them, you should have 7 diamonds. See, there's the inside. And you should have 7 knots. Now, you take the 2 inner strands again, make a knot, like this, 2 inches down, and you are now on 3rd row. And see, you have now 2 diamonds. The top ones are going to be a little bit smaller, but that's alright. Now, just keep doing that until you reach as long as you'd like it. Now, a helpful tip is you can lay it on the ground after you've gone kind of a ways and put like trash bags up in there so it fills out, so it's a little bit easier, so you can see where your knots are and where your strings are. You just do that as far as you want to. Alright, I did 9 rows of knots and 8 rows of diamonds. Now to finish the end, you can do this 2 ways. You can do a separate loop for each string, or you could do 2 together. I'm going to do 2 together. Just go like this. You fold it over and do like a slip knot. Kind of hard to do. It's harder to do when you have knots. And try to get it as close to the last knot as you possibly can. Now do it as tight as you can and do it about the size you want. I'm doing it about that size. Now, next what you want to do is you want to cut the strings till so you have about that much, about 2 thumbs. Now, what you want to do next is, you're not allowed to have a lighter. Make sure you have a parent or someone do it. All you need to do is take the two ends like this, and just be careful about this part. Now you should light the ends first, and now press them together. This. One. There. And you should melt them together again. Now like this. Now you can blow on it or wait for it to cool. Now it only takes a couple of seconds before it gets hard. It's hard. And you have done. Well, this will now be the top. Now you untie it. And you take it down. Now, see, this is the top, and the other part is the bottom. This is where you put all your hay in. Now, next what you want to do is take the bottom of it, where all this is, and trim off any of the top parts. Now, this is totally optional, but I'm going to do it if I can get my lighter started. I'm going to melt all the ends. I'm not going to melt them all together like I did the last ones, just enough so they don't fray. Okay. Now you just let that dry. Now you can use whatever you want to put them together. You can take more twine and braid it, and then you can make a rope for the handle or the part you tie to the wall, or you could just use one single rope and string it through each loop, and then you could tie it. Doesn't matter, but you now have made a hay net.